Now they should hear you.
Can you hear me now?
I gotta go finish.
He's leaving me because he is using the restroom for the 1,000th time today. So can you hear me now? Chris says, I called Joe, but he accidentally hung up.
No, I didn't accidentally hung up. I intentionally hung up because I was walking in here.
Because you were in the bathroom for the millionth time? Why are you peeing so much, sir?
Because in anticipation of this fast, I have had about 10 of these filled with water, a giant squirt of fasting drops, and a Zip Fizz. And the more electrolytes I drink, the more I have to pee.
It's a thing. All right. Hello, Dabby, loud and clear. Hey, Stephanie. Yes, men always have to pee at wrong moments. Usually when I'm bringing in groceries from inside of my car.
Not me.
Hello, Auntie
I'm one of those people that goes out and there's 50 bags. I'm making it in one trip.
One trip.
It's got to be done in one trip.
Hello. Well, welcome, Line
I'm gonna
Girl.
angle the camera down a little bit.
It says, recently discovered 2KK through Keto Connect, and I think Rachel and Joe are awesome. Well, I think you're awesome. I plan on referring to them during my weight loss journey and keto lifestyle choice. This is awesome. Hello, Tanisha. Oh my goodness, Auntie Val spent the day celebrating my mom's 93rd birthday. Definitely overdid it on the carbs, and so the fast is coming right on time. Yes, James says one trip. Always one trip.
Everything's going to be done in one trip.
Hello, Mr.
I don't know
Paul
why
Benson.
on the screen the chat keeps refreshing.
They're like teeny tiny chat over there.
Well, that's only, we can't see that, but they can see that.
All right.
Okay, Julia said, okay, Joe, so that brings up the great question. What do you do to prepare for a longer fast? Electrolytes.
Yes.
And of course, I stuffed myself about an hour ago, but that wasn't intentional. That was...
We ran out of day.
Church and keto on the couch, which didn't get finished until 5:30.
Yeah.
And yet we hadn't eaten yet. I was completely fasted. So I ate all of my calories, which I couldn't barely finish it. I had 10 wings, 4 eggs, some sausage and some bacon, and then a keto chow.
Okay.
I couldn't finish the wings. I had to give my wings to Rachel.
I happily finished them for him.
And the keto chow was too much.
I'll take one.
Now I'm like, yeah, not
for
feeling
the team.
good.
Well, I had a keto chow at like 2 o'clock on my way home from church, and it was awesome. And then we just ate a giant meal, feeling awesome again. The difference between someone who can get your money's worth at an all-you-can-eat place
Not me.
and this guy.
I never do well at an all-you-can-eat place. Well, we don't go to all-you-can-eat places anymore.
So what was your last meal, everybody? Did
Okay.
everybody have a last meal?
Heather and Phil said that they're here to give everybody support, but they can't do the fast this time.
That's all right.
awesome. Shelly
Thank
said,
you.
hey, Rachel, same with Heath whenever we are cooking. CTRSI said she loved the Universal video.
Man, just nonsense in the street, right? I could not believe it. We never did see that dragon actually blow any smoke on our watch.
No.
Never.
Okay, so Steph once said, she said, be specific. What can we not have? Like Zevia, collagen, unsweetened almond milk, butter, just water, or black coffee. Okay, so we are doing water only, or we are going to attempt to do water only.
Water and electrolytes.
And electrolyte. Yeah, whenever we say water only, all of the electrolytes you can possibly take. The more salt, the more keto chow drops, lick on your salt licks, any of that, that's all unlimited. This is honestly the first time we are going to do a water-only fast.
We usually allow ourselves coffee.
Yeah.
At least I do.
Or soda. I was always drinking diet sodas or Zevias or something like so. So that is what we're doing.
Pray for Joe and our family because Mama's going no coffee. No coffee.
So we're going to do water only. What I would say, if you can't do water only, try to do no calories. So in other words, we're going to drink, you can drink black coffee, diet sodas if you need to, Zevia, diet teas, like, just like unsweetened tea, that kind of thing.
Hot tea.
If you're going to sweeten, try to use stevia or maybe liquid monk fruit or liquid sucralose, but stay away from the xylitol. I'd stay away from erythritol. All that stuff has got carbs in it, even if they're sugar alcohols. Liquid monk fruit is no carb. Stevia, no carb. Sucralose, no carb. Diet soda is technically no carb. It's aspartame, but it's still no carb.
Now, here's the thing, though. That is what we are doing. Mm-hmm. Whatever you do to fast, we're good with. We want to say that right up front. This is a family challenge. And we don't want anything to wind up like when our family plays Monopoly. It is banned in this house. Why? Because some of us can't handle it.
I remember a family game. I don't know if you remember this, but we almost didn't get married.
Yeah. Oh, that was like
New Year's Eve.
Newlywed game.
It was New Year's Eve. We were at Rachel's brother's house.
Yeah.
We weren't married yet. We were engaged.
Yep.
And what were we playing? We were playing
it was
Family.
The Newlywed
no,
game.
we weren't. We were playing Family Feud. I think it was like Family Feud on the television.
Okay.
And Rachel's brother was like manipulating the rules. I'm a referee. Mm-hmm. I'm a rules guy, and I was kind of like, you can't change the rules. Like, it doesn't work. That it's like when you make up the rules playing Uno. Now, there's a specific set of rules. We're not changing the rules. And I was like getting upset. Like, we're changing the rules. And Rachel's like, go home. I don't want to talk to you for at least 3 days. You wait for me to call you.
Yeah.
Because, family games don't go well with us.
So
very competitive.
So if you wind up fasting and changing into an intermittent fast for you that you've never done before, maybe you say, hey, I've never done a 24-hour fast. I've never done a 12-hour fast. Maybe you've never skipped breakfast before or gone without snacks in between meals. Whatever you do each day, we are excited and are celebrating you because this is something new. We're taking new territory, whatever that territory is, and it's all good, right?
Yep.
So no matter if you are, say, hey, I can't do this 72 hours. Don't think of yourself as like, well, I'm dropping out, right? You're not doing that. Stay with us. Do something every day of the fast, and we're going to have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have some laughs.
So Carmen said, hey guys, speaking of electrolytes, my clock starts the second I finish my Zip Fix.
There you go.
That's a great way to start your fast.
You're going to feel good.
So start putting in what you actually last meal was. Let us know what your last. We're a little behind.
Shelly's eating ribeye and mushrooms.
Love
ribeye.
A keto mom had Chipotle. She said her butt is still on fire.
Oh, sorry about that.
Shelly's having ribeye. Dana's having jalapeno stuffed chicken breast.
Ooh, that is tasty.
Miriam had chicken with homemade Alfredo sauce, spaghetti squash as noodles.
Oh, that's delicious. I love Alfredo sauce. I actually would usually rather have Alfredo than a marinara.
We actually went. We mentioned
preference.
it on Keto on the Couch, but if you guys, it's I don't know how well you can shop while you're fasting.
Yeah.
But Whole Foods has 35% off if you're a Prime member on all Rouse stuff, and they includes their Alfredo sauce, which is I think 2 total carbs a serving.
I was surprised.
They have a couple of new spaghetti sauces that are like 1 and 2 carbs for Rouse. So again, 35% off. So we stocked up. I mean, I think we bought 15 jars of Rouse because it was like $4 a jar.
Can't beat that.
We're even going to let the kids have it. Usually we don't let the kids touch Rouse because it's too expensive.
Hey, don't touch my tomato sauce.
Margaret's had filet mignon wrapped in bacon.
Ooh, that is nice.
I feel like we cheaped out on our last meal.
Thank you. Yes.
We did have wings last night.
I would agree. Lucy had a 22-ounce porterhouse.
Wow.
Why didn't I go to Lucy's house this evening?
Stephanie, last meal was a black Angus steak, 1 goose egg, and tuna stuffed devil eggs.
I have never had a goose egg.
I want duck eggs.
I've never had a duck egg. I imagine it's giant, right? It's got to be huge.
Slap-a-Stick said, my pork belly just came out of the oven. It's going to be my last meal tomorrow morning before I go to a 36-hour fast.
That is awesome. I love pork belly.
A Keto Mom said the red sauce hurt. We were so tired of we were so tired after the show yesterday. Yeah, the red sauce at Chipotle is hot.
Yeah, they had a comic book show yesterday.
Yeah. Aaron had fajitas with an extra helping of sour cream.
Ooh, I love fajitas. Isn't that the sound of the late 80s, early 90s, Applebee's fajitas coming out in the pan your table, right? The sizzle was like, oh my goodness, this is date night in the late 80s and early 90s. I just thought, like, I'm next level if there's fajitas coming to our table. Just love them.
Miriam said they also had a caprese salad that her daughter made.
Oh,
and
nice.
Chris said the Alfredo sauce recipe was from the Charlie Foundation.
Way to check that out.
Katrina had Olive Garden.
Ooh, Olive Garden.
Ed had a large porterhouse.
That is the way to go. It's been a while. Like so ribeye. What's the difference between a ribeye and a porterhouse?
You're asking the wrong person.
Porterhouse, it's a
Somebody's going to be able to answer.
Tell me.
I don't know.
Where is it?
I barely have just recently learned like that a T-bone is actually like one side is the sirloin. I didn't know any of that. Like,
I do know that bacon comes from a pig. I'm very familiar with that now.
I've never been a beef eater until I started keto. I never ate beef, so I never really understood like the portions of the meat.
Yeah.
And I mean, now that we've been researching like getting a whole cow or at least a half a cow this summer, and it's expensive here in Florida. Like most of the half cows in Florida are between $1,300 and $1,700 for a half a cow. I'm going to keep shopping, and then I got to call Danny's farmer, but one of the things when you buy a half a cow is you're going to get to try all the different things because you're going to get every piece, and I'm not going to waste that money.
Well, it's even hard to find them in existence because, like, how do you keep half a cow alive? Raise it until it's ready.
Carmen had sausage and cabbage as her last meal. So yummy.
I love cabbage.
We love cooked cabbage, especially like corned beef. Like, oh, I cannot wait for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
I get a whole corned beef to myself, and then Rachel wants most of the cabbage. But I have to cook 2 corned beefs because I want one to myself.
We usually start writing out, we're sorry letters to like our neighbors and friends right at the beginning of March because there's a lot of cabbage going through our family.
And then the day after St. Patrick's Day, we hit up Aldi's and like all the corned beefs are like 50% off.
Yeah.
Heath had lunch was business double cheeseburger, bunless double cheeseburger. I saw those pictures on Facebook. It was like double cheeseburgers wrapped in bacon. Oh my gosh, they were awesome.
I'm moving in with them. I don't know if they got that message.
I know.
It's going to be weird when my mail just starts appearing at their residence, but like I want to live with them.
Rosie's goal is to go 24 hours.
Good job, Rosie. This is awesome. I love this.
Auntie Val's last meal, she said she's ashamed it was too embarrassing. It was birthday cake.
We're not embarrassed.
Jacqueline said matcha tea and black coffee here.
Awesome.
Debbie had bacon for her last meal, bacon and cheese.
I love bacon and cheese.
Line Girl sent me an email the other day with regards getting 2KK shirts shipped to Canada. Anyway, I can get them somehow. The 2KK shirts all come from Amazon. Like, we don't have anything to do with them. We submitted a design to Amazon. Amazon then, like, does all the printing and shipping. It's just easier. This way we don't have to go, how many larges do I have? How many extra larges do I have? I don't have to, like, most of the companies, you have to buy a minimum of, like, 36 to 100 shirts, depending on the company. And you don't know how many, like, you need. So I kind of learned this from Chris with Amazon. Like, we submit a design, we make a couple of dollars, not much, but this way they print it. If there's a problem with it, they replace it or give you your money back.
Does Amazon?
I don't know if it's available on Canada, but I'm looking on the prices on the other stuff. I do have your email. I'm going to email you. Worst case, like, we can order it from Amazon and then get it to us and then ship it to you.
Yeah.
Rhonda said, I'm having ribeye with 2 over easy eggs and an avocado.
Yum.
Debbie said, hi from Pennsylvania. Excited to start the fast with the keto family.
I'm so excited you're here.
Miriam said, bacon is the best meal.
It is. It's a complete meal. It's everything I need.
April had homemade Greek yogurt thanks to our recipe with grapow, blueberries, eggs, and steak.
Grapow!
You almost hit me.
Sorry. That would have been alive. I KO'd Joe. He slept for the first 24 hours.
Steph said, mine will be water, a couple of coffees a day, maybe a Zevia, as it takes me 3 days to drink 1 Zevia.
That is awesome.
Miriam said, my bacon eating bestie. Chris said, I don't mind. What is that? IDM. What does IDM stand for? I'm old.
that some people can handle broth during a fast, but they recommend against it if you're able to skip it. So yeah, it's what you can...
You keep reading.
What you can handle. Oh, do you have a Life Fast app? How cool is that? Shelly says, did everyone join? I love it. So Charlie Carson says, keto chow with water. It works. Awesome. Shelly Parker, is there... Okay, yeah. I've got... I have to go back into that app. It's been a while since I've been in there. I love it.
So speaking of broth, I know it's a little late to be telling you guys now, but I was talking to Julie from Real Salt. If you guys ever get this is their organic seasoned salt, which we used to be Lowry's fiends. This stuff is amazing. You can put it like a teaspoon or two of this in hot water, and it's like having a nice broth.
Yeah. And
this is just like seasoned salt from Redmond. So there's like, black pepper in there, some paprika, some celery seeds, turmeric. So this makes a really, really good broth. Just like a teaspoon or two in hot water. So if you have it, you can sip on that too.
I can remember when my grandmother cooked, man, if you put Lowry's seasoning salt, that was fancy.
Oh, yeah.
That was seasoning to the max for my grandma. Debbie says she's never
keto mom said I wasn't a ref back then. Oh, absolutely. I've been umpire and a referee for a long time.
So Debbie says she's never fasted 72 hours before. It's been a while since
neither has Miriam.
It's been a long time since I fasted.
I did one about a month and a half ago. It's been a long time for you.
So one of the things that I am wearing right now, that if you don't have one prepared, prepare it. Even if you're inside with the heat on, you're probably going to want a little sweater because it's about to get chilly.
You're going to be cold around hour 20.
Yeah,
so you're going to get a little cold.
Have some of this ready because
we had no idea the first time we did a 72-hour fast. We had no idea what to expect.
You're going to be cold from the inside.
Yeah.
Also, if you have...
and a lot of energy.
If you have a keto coach or a keto mojo, now's the time to whip it out. Because if you enjoy seeing high numbers, it's about to happen. Because, that usually kicks into gear as well.
Yep. So, I'm interested to see, because I have never done a fast in the middle of lacrosse season. I have a game on Tuesday, and I have 2 games on Wednesday. So at around, hour 67, I've got a doubleheader lacrosse game where I will run about 11 miles.
So definitely want to get those electrolytes in so that we don't have any cramping.
Yeah. Shelly says the life fasting. Cheryl's longest fast is 60 hours.
That is awesome. That's impressive.
Auntie Val said like up the stream. Yes, if you get a chance, please do us a favor. Exit out of the chat, hit that little like button, and then jump right back in the chat. Make sure you subscribed. It really helps the channel. It helps us grow.
Sheila says...
Somebody pointed out, we are nearing...
Hello, Sheila.
Oh, somebody pointed out we are nearing, probably by the end of this week, we will have 500,000 views on 2krazyketos.
What?
We will have probably by the end of the week, we'll probably have 500,000 views on our channel.
Man.
Is that amazing?
Thank you. Oh my
It still amazes me. At this time last year, we had 200 subscribers.
Wow.
We had 200 subscribers. We're nearing 8,500. We should definitely be in Utah with over 10,000.
I'm gonna start
it just amazes
on
me.
Live.
But 500,000 views.
Wow. Thank you.
Steph said, I only have ever done one 48-hour fast. 72 hours is going to be a challenge for me.
It's going to be a challenge for me.
That's what this is. It's all about challenge. I mean, hey, we may not make it for all I know.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I did a 72-hour fast.
Heather said, we figured our first fast should not be 72 hours. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Heather, if you want, you join us. That's why we did the 72 hours, and we're going to live stream every 24 so that, if somebody wants to only do 24 hours, we'll break the 24 with you. You want to do 48 hours, we're going to break the 48. We're going to be here no matter where you want to go.
I think Heather and Phil are going to do 24.
Yeah. Debbie just posted the Life app link in the 2KK family Facebook group.
Thank you.
A keto mom's going to see how far she can go.
How low can you go? How low can you go?
Line girl, yes, I read her thing already. Rosie had taco pie.
Ooh, that's nice.
And Colleen had fathead dough pepperoni pizza.
Don't you just love fathead dough pizza?
Jacqueline had pizza and
Delicious.
cheesesteak hoagie bowl with a half a keto fit bar as her last meal.
I feel like that's a good choice.
We actually had a pizza the other night. I made a pizza.
Last night, didn't we?
Was it last night? No, it was 2 days ago. Yesterday we had wings.
The
I got
days are
wings
running
because
into
it was
each other.
Because it was church day.
Yeah.
But we mentioned it in Keto on the Couch. We were talking about like redoing the pizza video because it's like one of our first videos and like I can't stand even watching it.
I just like the...
Plus, Rachel can cook the pizza now.
I can. I actually, usually that's a go-to thing if the boys are home, like if during lacrosse season, I just need something I know will fill up Anthony and Caleb. They love it.
Right.
I mean, that is definitely something if you're trying to cook for somebody.
And it's so versatile. We put mozzarella cheese and bacon ends on it. That was our pizza.
Oh, that was good.
And then that new Rouse sauce. So the entire thing was like 3 carbs for the whole pizza.
And it was delicious.
Sel Marie had pulled pork and smoked turkey.
Wow.
Jennifer had lasagna soup with Parmesan crisps.
Okay, I love Parmesan crisp. All right, what is some of your favorite Parm crisp? I'm loving those F-bomb ones.
The F-bomb?
Because they're super crunchy. I like the Bunker Hill.
Bunker Hill.
Very
I really
crunchy.
hope Bunker Hill is at KetoCon again this year.
Very, very crunchy. I mean, I like regular Parm wisps. Is that what they're called? Wisps. Those are good too that you can just get like at Publix and stuff, but there's some good ones out.
Jacqueline, perfect. How awesome is
crunchy.
it that the keto diet that Alfredo is a diet food?
It's a diet.
Isn't that awesome? Alfredo and cheesecake. What better diet lifestyle can you have than those two things are staples?
Yeah. Hollandaise sauce.
Yeah. Cheryl had Parmesan chicken wings for her last meal.
I could eat wings almost every single day.
Oh,
I'm
I know. Well, we have been lately.
in love with chicken
We
wings.
had wings on Wednesday. We had wings on Thursday. We had wings yesterday. And then I had my leftover wings today.
We may have an addiction.
We did. Well, now I've learned it's better to just buy the 50 platter and then have a few left over. Buy 50, each eat like 18 to 20, have 10 left over as like
What's a
part of our
leftover?
meal the next day. Miriam's never seen Rouse and Alfredo sauce. I hadn't either, but we got it at Whole Foods. Line Girl's dinner was shirataki mushrooms with homemade meat sauce. Dessert was the Keto Connect snowball cookie and chewy chocolate cookies.
Ooh, nice.
Chris wants to know what's the name of the 2KK fasting circle. I'm not finding it. Somebody put it in the Facebook group.
Vintage Girls. Hey, friends.
Vintage Girls is on. She's in the military. Awesome. Let's see. Stephanie had eggs Benedict on a chaffle.
Ooh, nice. Okay, so here's the thing. If you're used to doing after Valentine's Day shopping, it was a big thing for us, right? Like that's when you got all of your candy for the year was the 90% off candy. Instead, the day after Valentine's Day or the week, Monday, there'll still be lots of sales. Look and see earrings, jewelry. I went and got a new dash that was a flowery one that they were putting out at Target. They had some cute mugs out. You can still do after Valentine's Day shopping and get some deals, but just it's going to be on stuff that's going to last you longer than breakfast and back.
Right.
But I got a new dash for $10 that makes all of the chaffles into a flower. Isn't that going to be sweet? I'm excited.
James had Black Angus 8 medium rare with 4 tuna stuffed eggs. Steph had duck egg, not goose.
Oh,
I really want duck eggs.
good.
Everybody keeps eating duck eggs. I want duck eggs. I can't find anybody around here that has duck eggs.
We're going to find them. We have to go get a duck.
Michelle had duck eggs. She said they're good. The yolk is better than a chicken. It's really rich.
Man, we got to find them. I can't believe Whole Foods has to have them, right?
No, I keep checking. Somebody said Whole Foods had them on sale, and our Whole Foods doesn't have them.
We're after you, duck. Watch out, Daffy.
Steph said in a couple weeks they want to do a week of no dairy.
It's a good, thing to work with to see what dairy does to you because, I think of myself as like, I'm not lactose intolerant, but when I go off and reduce my cheese a little bit after a while, I do see at least some, differences in my phlegm.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get phlegmy.
Yeah, it's always nice to change things up, and you want to see, what you can handle. Just don't change everything at once. Like I was watching a video today with Strong Sisters, and they were talking about how, they do carnivore, and their treat is every once in a while they have Rebel ice cream.
Okay.
And first they started talking about how, people are going to like start dropping, going, you're not true carnivore, you're having Rebel ice cream. And they talked about how because they had some health issues, so they went strict nose-to-tail carnivore. And then they would like tweak things and see what can I have as a treat that maybe isn't only from an animal. Mm-hmm. And they figured out that is it. And it's not something that they have all the time. But they also said at the same point, if this is a trigger food for you, don't do it.
Right.
But they said you got to do it slowly. Like take away one thing at a time or add one thing at a time to figure it out. Because if you do a bunch of change at once, you have no idea of what's causing you problems.
No.
Brianna said, first time catching you live, I had a brisket and a pint of enlightened keto ice cream for dinner. That's a good dinner.
Awesome. Hello, Miss
Brianna. Vintage Girl said that she had keto artichoke cream sauce on braised ribeye, side of bacon as the last meal. So darn delicious.
Wow, and fancy sounding too, right? Like, that sounds delicious.
Slap-a-Six said, yeah, that's closer to the price of a whole cow that they have in Kentucky. Yeah,
Man.
I know. I got to call Danny's guy because Danny said he's pretty reasonable.
Does he sell half a cow?
I want a whole one. Shelly said, I started no dairy. Let's do that.
Okay.
A Keto Mom asked Dr. Poole about keeping that half a cow alive.
I was just watching the Incredible
We're
Dr. Poole.
We're addicted to an Incredible Dr. Poole.
When we reach
the end I want a pet cow now.
Of the binge, like, I'm going to be so sad. This is one of those shows that you're like, oh, we're getting closer to the last series available.
Steph said, I was watching a video last night on doing no dairy. Might have to go longer than a week, but I love my cheese.
I love my cheese. I
can go a while without cheese. What I'm never, ever, 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 ever giving up is butter. So I'm probably never going no dairy because I'm never giving up butter. Butter just tastes too good.
It's so delicious.
Line Girl had porterhouse in the first 3 weeks. Steak is the first 3 steaks cut from the T-bone piece.
Oh.
The tenderloin part should be almost as big as the strip loin part, each one on either side of the bone. Good to know.
Thank you.
Julia said corned beef is one of her favorites.
Yeah, that's definitely Joe's jam.
Steph is going to go straight into no dairy along with the fast.
Hey, that's a good idea just to check and see.
Shelly said we have 2 extra rooms fully furnished for you to go move in. Ed said porterhouse is bigger filet than T-bone.
I know that's usually the one at the restaurant that is like the top of the menu price. Mm-hmm.
Steph said I'm going to have a 3-day head start with the fasting, so how much easier could it be?
There you go.
Chris said something's wrong with the link for the fast group. We'll look at it when we're done.
Yeah.
Patty said pumpkin spice keto chow and leftover candied almonds from last night's keto meetup.
Nice.
Chris, they're talking about the fasting group. Carmen said, can I still do morning apple cider vinegar tonic? I don't see why. Why not, rather. I mean, I know even Thomas DeLauer was talking about there's no reason you can't do apple cider vinegar. It doesn't have any calories. It's going to help you. It'll help cleanse you out. It'll help you with some electrolytes. It's got a lot of potassium in it. Okay, Line Girl said, thanks for a reply. Unfortunately, it's only available on the American Amazon. Okay, I'll email you. Joe said Joe joined the fasting group. James said, I'm doing no food, but I have to have my coffee. It would be dangerous for me with no caffeine.
Right, seriously.
Again, it's like we're doing no coffee and no soda because we've never done it before. We've done extended fast before, but we're like, for us, it's all about pushing ourselves to something that we haven't done, so we want to try it.
This is the first time.
We may only make 24 or 48 hours without the coffee and then put coffee in or something.
Or tomorrow we may just be one crazy keto because he looked sideways at me and I didn't have any coffee. That's all
Steph said the only thing she's going to miss is her salted caramel collagen.
Yes, me too. I'm going to miss my perfect keto collagen.
I'll give you guys a little heads up. So it's on Keto on the Couch, but Perfect Keto is having a sale tomorrow for President's Day. It's Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Can you believe it's already President's Day?
I can't believe it's already President's Day. There'll be a link in the description for the Keto on the Couch, and it's 20% off everything on the site. Now, he didn't say this to me, but generally Perfect Keto sales do not include their bundles. So most likely it's not on their bundles, but like if you need collagen or anything like that, it's 20% off everything on the site for all that kind of stuff. And the link will be in there.
Bundle, like a cozy word. Bundle. I like bundle.
And they did sponsor Keto on the Couch this week. So, if you can, go through that link so they know that you found them through us because they're big supporters of us.
Yeah, appreciate them.
Super nice people. I'm trying to get Dr. Anthony. I've messaged him. I'm trying to get him to be like a guest. We're thinking about starting like a video podcast series.
Yeah.
Like maybe like a once a month or once every other month video podcast. Like we know Strong Sisters are coming on. We've already talked to them. And so I'm trying to get Dr. Anthony to come on.
Yay.
Miriam said, Valentin, what a great idea. I want to do that. Then just add ice cubes. Lion Girl said, adopted our idea of having only one treat or dessert day per week. Today is mine, and every Sunday from now on.
I'm telling you, putting it in its place helped me so much. It was an easy, boundaries for me make things simple. Because I'm such a negotiator, I have to have a clear-cut, black and white, yes or no answer. If there's any room for negotiations for me, then I can work dessert. There's a reason why I have to have it in every single day. So having it one day a week really helped.
Right.
I think Tabitha's doing
playing
somersaults in there.
Joe's done 4 to 5 day fast last year.
Wow, that's impressive.
Colleen said, good to know. I'm going to be snuggling up. I wish I would have ordered some strips from my keto coach. If you don't have any strips, they are on Amazon Prime. And they're the same price of getting them directly from Keto Coach. So you can just go on there and get them. The only difference is you won't get the discount if you do the auto renew, but they're the same price if you were buying them from Keto Coach.
Katrina has done a couple of 5-day fasts.
Wow.
That is impressive.
A Keto Mom said my thermostat maybe at 7. Is that 7? Anthony's home. What are you? Nice. Anthony's shooting Nerf guns at us.
Teenagers.
He's almost 20 years old.
So, you know what happened? This began because they went to the park, our local park right up the street, and apparently somebody had a Nerf gun battle and then left all of the bullets. So they collected, how many did you guys find?
We got 99.
So they got the bullets first and then went and purchased the gun.
This was only $6.
$6?
And that's electric?
Yeah.
What a baggin'.
Wow.
Where did you get it?
Home Goods.
Home Goods?
It was $30. We found
Why
it for
does
$6.
Home Goods have Nerf guns?
$30 to 6. We have raised our children
Thrifty.
right. He's thrifty. $30 down to 6.
What made you think, you know where I should get this Nerf gun? Home Goods.
Would you like to shoot it?
Yes, I would.
You have to hold the bottom button.
Oh.
It's like powering up. It's like a laser gun. Oh, there's no bullets in it.
Oh, it's going the right way.
Go.
Keep pressing it.
We're getting behind on our comments. It's like Gary.
Press the top
See,
button
she
now.
can't do this.
Oh.
What are you?
Keep going.
Hit him. Okay, let's
Mom's
get back
revenge.
to these. Let's get back to these. Okay, Lucky needs subtitles or captions closed, please. Or captions closed, please, and thank you. Steph said, am I the only one getting a deja vu moment at times when I'm looking like they have having a repeat loop?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Is something wrong? Steph said, made yogurt and my chickens love the way. Oh, okay. Slappy6 said, I wish I had forgotten my Dr. Berg's electrolyte mix at work apartment for this fast. I have Keto Chow electrolyte drops to use, but I will admit I'm not good at getting those down. So the potassium, the Dr. Berg's is mostly potassium, so you still make sure you're getting your sodium in. John said IDM is intensive diet management.
Oh,
the
nice.
Dr. Fung organization, now renamed the Fasting Method by IDM on Facebook, is the Obesity Code Network.
I was just listening to Dr. Fung this past week on YouTube.
Vicky said, getting ready to make my eggnog keto chow ice cream. Just watched your video about using butter.
Makes all the difference. Man, I love butter in my keto chow.
Yeah, Miriam said, put a couple drops of the fasting drops or the electrolytes into everything you drink, and it is not as salty. Yeah. If you put just enough, you won't taste it at all.
No.
I personally do that all day.
Do shots.
The funny part is when you do a shot, do you get like almost like a burst of energy?
Yes, I do. It's like, woohoo.
He said, will y'all be going live tomorrow night at the same time as Dr. Barry?
We'll be on at 7.
We're on at 7 Eastern time.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I think Dr. Barry's on at 8 Eastern time.
So we'll try to get off within the hour so that people can switch over. Heather's trying to make her yogurt.
Oh, okay.
Let me know what you think. I hope you enjoy.
Okay, April said her longest fast is 44 hours, so she's going for 45.
I love that. Even just 1 hour. That's awesome.
Sheila said, I hope I see you two at KetoCon. That is if I survive the color run with Team Keto Palooza. We are
awesome.
definitely going to be at KetoCon. Definitely. We'll be hanging out probably a lot. Probably close to the Keto Chow booth. Like, we'll be up and down the aisles, but we're going to try to stay in like one area except for when we're looking at some of the different vendors. So we'll hang out in the Keto Chow area so that everybody can come find us. And,
Yay!
You know, I know that there'll be a bunch of people.
I want hugs. I want some hugs.
We're still working on Keto Palooza. I know that Autumn keeps messaging us. Are you coming?
So
Are you
awesome.
coming? We're trying. We're trying to go.
I want to see her before she gets married.
She's getting married in March.
I know.
You're not going to see her before she gets married.
Oh, shoot. Well, I have a present. I was just going to mail it. Sorry.
Slapasick said, I don't have the fasting drops, unfortunately, just the electrolyte drops. And just a small thing of them now, but I'm going to try to use them again during this.
Cool.
Rhonda said, I was probably preparing my steak when you mentioned it, but I don't recall you telling us what you had for your meal today.
We had eggs with bacon ends.
Rachel had 5 eggs with about 1/3 of a pound of the sage sausage from Sprouts.
That stuff's good.
A pile of our bacon ends.
And a container of yogurt.
One of our yogurts. And then, a keto chow. I told you I ate too much. A keto chow. I had 4 eggs. I had 10 wings, but I could only eat 7. Rachel ate the other 3.
Oh, yeah. And then I also had 3 wings.
And I had about 1/3 of a pound of the sausage, some of the bacon ends, and the keto chow.
I was going to say, do you have any yogurt?
No, I did not have a yogurt.
Not
I had
today.
a keto chow. Oh, and this afternoon, I had a birthday cake perfect keto bar.
That's doing life right.
Yeah. Colleen's, okay, it's...
Alfredo on a cheesecake. There's Tara Simpson. Hi, family.
Oh, Miriam said, yeah, just put a couple drops in every drink. Tara is in, yep. Julie said, Rachel, watch out. Joe's trying to turn you into a chicken to fulfill his chicken ranch dream. She is the one who is watching every video in the world right now on how to raise backyard chickens.
I'm so excited.
We can't find anybody who's got the chickens we want. They have chickens, but nobody's got the black astrolords.
We're gonna wait though. I'm gonna patiently wait for the right ones.
I'm thinking about just ordering 8. Miriam said, eggs on a chaffle, yum.
Hi, Tara.
Miriam said she bet she can get cute shirts after Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Miriam said, I had my first dug egg at Carrie Brown's house.
Oh, man, and if she prepared it, you know it was good.
Michelle said, Harris Teeter has dug eggs. We don't have a Harris Teeter here.
What a cool-sounding place, right?
Carrie wants to know if Zip Fizz Gigglers break a fast. Zip Fizz does have carbs in it. I wouldn't do Zip Fizz. I mean, again, we want you to make this fast yours. Fast. If you've never ever done a fast before and you want a Zip Fizz, have a Zip Fizz. My thing is it does have carbs in it. Also, Zip Fizz is ridiculously high in vitamin B, which is why you get so much energy from it.
There's a zoom.
You may be a little bit off the walls if you drink a Zip Fizz completely fasted, especially when you get to that like 24, 36, 48 hour mark.
Because that's the thing. Everybody go to bed tonight because you may not sleep as well tomorrow. Make sure that you get some magnesium in you tomorrow because, yeah, you're going to have so much more energy than you normally have if you've never done a 24-hour fast before that, like, went through the night. Oh, my Lord.
Claudia said, Joe, I made your yogurt. OMG, I'm not a yogurt eater until now. I put some vanilla extract and vanilla stevia in it, and it's better than anything I've ever eaten.
Claudia, thank you. Oh, my goodness. What a nice thing to say.
Sylvia said, hey, hello, family. That yogurt, Joe. OMG.
Hi, Sylvia.
So we mentioned it in Keto on the Couch, but again, if you don't have an Instant Pot, you still can make that yogurt. Just follow directions on the recipe card. Where if you don't have a yogurt button, or if you don't have an Instant Pot at all, just bring everything up to temperature at 110 degrees in a heavy pot, like a Dutch oven or a cast iron pot. Put it and then wrap it in a couple towels. Stick it in the oven. That'll keep it at the temperature or as close to so you can have the incubation process. You can also do it in the sous vide machine.
Yeah.
Steph said, I was watching Keto. Can't remember her name. She tried the Enlightened ice cream, and for some reason it would raise her heart rate, but the Enlightened bars didn't.
Wow.
That is odd.
That is odd.
Carrie said she just finished 3 back-to-back 23-hour fasts, and I just broke the last one with Zip Fizz Gigglers. What is a Zip Fizz Giggler?
Jigglers.
I mean, like
turning them into, like Jell-O?
That's really sounds good, actually.
That actually sounds really good. Is that a thing?
Did Rachel try the vegan egg? Not a shot in the dark.
I smelled it. I'm telling you, it smelled like when Joe cleans out his mower.
It smelled like grass.
The old grass.
It's really weird.
It's very odd.
Devin said, I'm indulging in pressure-cooked corned beef brisket as we speak.
Ooh, Devin, that sounds good.
A Keto Mom said, thank Dr. Poole for their newest edition of bunnies.
Yeah.
The cat is licking me.
You're salty.
Rhonda said, I made the yogurt too. I put a few blackberries and a little granola. I was in heaven. I don't even want to share it.
Awesome. I love when people don't want to share stuff because it's good. That's awesome.
What makes it
that
so
makes
good
our
is
heart
it's
feel
so
good.
thick. It like takes a long time to eat, even though it's a small amount.
It kind of favors an ice cream when it's good and cold right out of the refrigerator.
A Keto Mom said cheese is her fat bombs.
Yes, I love cheese.
Charlie Allen said, I never knew I could do a 23-hour fast. It's not that hard at all. I'm a diabetic. My blood sugar is down from 245 to 135.
Oh my goodness, Carrie, this is so exciting. Way to go.
Devin said, Dr. Berry says you can have apple cider vinegar while fasting. I knew somebody did. I wasn't sure if it was Dr. Berry or if it was Tom. I'm pretty sure they both have actually talked about it.
He is a medical doctor. We are not, so I definitely trust his advice.
I love when you go into Dr. Berry's like Facebook groups, whether it be his Patreon, and people start like putting things like, you can't have this. It's like, well, Dr. Berry talks about like having that all the time. They're like, he's wrong. I'm like, really? Then why are you in his Facebook group? Like, get out. Like, can I have the boot button for him? I mean,
bless his heart.
Carrie Atkins said, I'm more excited about fasting than I am eating. Food tastes even more delicious when you only eat one a day.
Wow, that's exciting.
I am not an OMAD person because I just can't eat that much food. Rachel loves it. I am not an OMAD person, but lately because of our schedules and it's been good, we've only been doing one meal, and you kind of really enjoy that meal. Even if that meal takes 2 or 3 hours to eat, which is what it does for me, it's just really enjoyable. And what I found in the last week and a half is I never am hungry if I'm busy.
No. If I'm bored, that is when I get into trouble.
Yeah.
So another thing that I would think about is what are you planning to do if you've never done fasting before? What are you planning to do at those times of the day where you're normally the most hungry? There were times when I first started, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, for some reason, what was my time? 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, I had to leave the house. I literally, to stay away from the refrigerator, would have to put my shoes on, walk out the door, and go for a walk at that time, or get in the bathtub.
I remember when Rachel lost her original 100 pounds. She didn't tell me what was going on. She had gotten sick, and then all of a sudden, one night, she didn't come to bed. She spent 24 hours. That's when you got into Korean dramas.
Yes.
She spent 24 hours watching one Korean drama. Mm-hmm. And then the next thing I knew, she was laying in the bathtub, no kidding, with her iPad for 5 hours at a time.
And he was like, is she in some sort of depression?
What is going on? And she's
What's
like, listen, I haven't been able to eat for a day and a half because I'm sick.
I had the stomach flu.
Now is the best time because I'm not eating. I've got to get my weight under control because she was 260 pounds.
Yeah.
And so she's like, the only way I could not eat is to be in the bathtub because I'm not going to traipse across the whole house.
Naked.
So she literally lived in the bathtub for like a month.
Until I could short circuit that time of day, because it wasn't even cravings. I didn't even have like cravings per se. My cravings was any food available. I was totally like, I will eat whatever. So it was a time of day for me. So if you have a time of day that is more difficult than others, try to figure out what are you going to do with that day. Go to Michael's and get a little art project. Decide you're going to binge a show that you've been looking forward to. Go to the movies. Go bowling. Go plan on doing something during that time.
Yeah. Devin said, I wish I could participate, but I can't be trying to work with other people's kids without my coffee.
There you go. So maybe you just go without something else.
Yeah, give something up. Line Girl said, ribeye steaks are harvested from the rib section of beef. It's cut from the rib primal portion of the rib section, typically spanning ribs 6 through 12. That one I knew. Wow. I actually knew that one.
I love it.
Miriam wants to know if Devin is a teacher. I think it was Miriam said, what is ACV? ACV is apple cider vinegar. If you're going to drink apple cider vinegar, whether you're on the fast or not off the fast, make sure you get the one with the mother. If it doesn't have mother in it, it's pretty much worthless to you. So the mother is all the gunk that's in the bottom. When you pick it up, you want to see all that gunk in the bottom.
Get it good and gunky.
Get it good and gunky. Shelly said, I just got the super coffee pods and they are good. I saw that. I'm curious if they're good. We don't have a Keurig. We got rid of our Keurig machine.
I have one at the office.
Oh, okay.
We may have to try them.
I don't know. It's kind of like,
I
really like my coffee. I like my coffee. I like my super coffees. I finally had one of those espressos, the super espressos.
Delicious.
They're really good, but I'm never buying them again. I got them when they were buy one, get one free, but it's like 2 sips and it's gone. I'd rather have the coffee because it's going to take me longer because I can't control myself.
Because it's the same price.
Yeah, it's the same exact price. Line Girl said, you just spoke my mind, Rachel, about restricting desserts.
I have a hard time with it.
Carrie said, I'm cutting sweeteners Monday through Friday.
That is a great idea. That's a super idea. Oh my gracious.
Valerie said she's never done a 72-hour fast. She's going to start tomorrow evening and make it a 48-hour fast.
Well, welcome. I love this.
Oh, Heather said, hey, Anthony. She loves him.
He loves you.
Miriam said, this is how we start a fast, with Nerf guns.
Getting pelted by your child.
Sherry said, I had a taco salad.
I love taco salad.
Oh, Devin is a daycare assistant, so we're taking 3 months to 13-year-olds.
Oh my gracious, that's awesome.
James said, get him, Anthony.
He nailed us. Miriam
said, my kids all just appeared to hear about the Nerf gun. And Heather said her kids are thrifty too.
Your kids are awesome.
Michelle said, I've been on a 24-hour fast for 3 weeks now, 16 to 18 hours.
Wow, you get it, girl. That is awesome.
Heather said, we got all the boys Nerf guns for Christmas one year, and it was awesome.
One year, we got them like the Rambo-style ones that was like, it with a long ribbon of guns. Yeah.
Sherry said she makes her own pizza sauce and spaghetti sauce from home canned tomatoes. That's how I grew up. So I grew up in New York on Long Island, and when I was a kid, we used to take my dad at a Suburban, and we would go out to the east end of Long Island where all the farms were, and we spent all day out there. We'd bring we had garbage cans. Like my dad would go buy brand new 45-gallon garbage cans, and we would go picking. And we would pick all of our tomatoes, all of our stuff. We'd go in the fall and pick everything, and then
including
come
noses.
Home and spend 5 days canning everything. But it was funny because coming home, there was no room for me and my sister. So it was just garbage cans and pumpkins and apples.
We had to farm.
Sprawl. We had to lay across everything because there was no room for us. But they were great memories canning our own tomatoes. It would get us through. It was seriously think about ancestral eating where we were living off of that through the whole winter because that was the growing season and whatever we could can was what we were going to have. Or my mom would freeze, she'd get the corn and shuck it all and then freeze everything. And it was great memories, but down here in Florida, it's very difficult to grow your own tomatoes.
When you went to the farms, did they let you pet half a cow? I'm not going to be able to let that go.
At least she's not talking about nut milk bags.
Nut milk bags.
A Keto Mom said, have Caleb get the Kylo Ren saber he got yesterday.
I saw that. He brought me into his room. It's totally dark in there, and all of a sudden he illuminates Kylo Ren's sword that he got from a comic book show yesterday. It was magnificent.
Married to Keto. Oh, I love that name.
That is cool.
Married to Keto. Said, hey, 2krazyketos, I love you guys.
Hey.
Yeah, so Heather said Dr. Barry's on at 7 p.m. Central. We're going to be on at 7 p.m. Eastern. So... an
awesome.
hour before, right?
Nailed it.
Right? Is that right? So, Chris, where are you? 7 o'clock Central is 8 o'clock Eastern. Yeah, so we'll make sure we keep it under an hour or at an hour anyway. Because I like to watch Dr. Barry anyway.
There'd be no math in this relationship.
Stephanie said, OMG, finally got a live. So excited. First time 2KK.
Hey, how's it going?
Katrina said, my Instant Pot didn't have a yogurt setting, so I gave it to my daughter and ordered me a new one with the yogurt setting.
That's how it's done. I couldn't believe there was a yogurt button. What next?
Christopher said, did you ask Keto Chub you could just hang out in front of their booth? They may be trying to work.
Oh, no. We plan on wholly distracting them the entire time.
Shelly said, how about a 2KK family meetup on Thursday night at KetoCon? We are going to do a meetup. I don't know what day yet. We want to kind of give everybody an opportunity to get there. I don't know if it'll be Thursday night, maybe like Thursday midday, because we might have an event we have to go to on Thursday. We're waiting to hear from them. And I want to go, I think Goody Beats meetup is on Wednesday.
But we are definitely doing a 2KK
We're going to do some kind of a meetup. I just don't know when yet. We'll know when we get closer to there as well, because we're shooting for getting in Tuesday night or Wednesday morning. But again, we're driving. I did talk to the guy who is in charge of like our guests. What do we call Scott? I guess he's like the executive, kind of in charge of all the executive stuff at church.
Oh yeah.
And so because my concern is like letting that grass grow for 8 days.
Yeah.
In summer, like little concern. So what we're gonna do is he said I can take the mower and I can put the mower.
You have like sauce right there.
I can put the mower in the storage room.
Oh, okay.
And then Anthony can go over and just cut without me.
All right.
So we got that part handled. That was the only thing that I was worried about with driving for 8 days.
Yeah.
And then the fact that Rachel may kill me because it's an 18-hour drive.
I'm gonna be so excited to see everybody though. I think this is the trip you would survive.
Carmen said, I got some Fairlife milk last night so I can have your style yogurt once I break my fast, but mine said ultra filtered, not ultra pasteurized, so I will have to heat it up right. No, their milk is ultra pasteurized. You're good. Miriam said, we hope everyone hangs out by our booth.
Yay!
Debbie said, I might be at the booth and I will hand out keto chow samples.
Oh, yes.
Married to Keto said, bacon makes me gain weight. I can't eat it anymore.
Oh my gracious. I'm sorry.
Is it because maybe it's salty? It could be the saltiness.
Like the water retention?
If you're, the type of salt they're using, you may be imbalanced in electrolytes. People don't realize electrolyte imbalance leads to a lot of having proper electrolytes, having a lot of that sodium, you'll dump water, which most people think you're going to retain water. But if you don't have enough electrolytes, you're going to start holding onto it because your body is trying to hold onto those electrolytes.
Like, I don't want to take a chance.
So I usually notice if I see a 3 or a 4 pound gain on the scale within a 24 to 36 hour period, generally for me, that means I'm low on electrolytes. And if I do like what I'm doing today with like downing, look at this was a full bottle this morning. I mean, it's down to the label now. That was a brand new bottle.
You better save some for me, sir.
So as soon as I do a Zip Fizz and a bunch of electrolytes, like I'll just start peeing out constantly because my body's like, okay, you can get rid of it.
TMI.
I learned the other day though, don't do a Zip Fizz and electrolytes before going to a theme park.
No, that was fun.
Every ride, I gotta go pee. Slapasick said, hopefully it'll help draw in more business. I'm gonna send people that way whenever I get asked a question.
Awesome.
Jennifer's last meal was ribeye. Miriam said we need photos together and to do dinner together and sneak away and get our nails done.
I can't.
You're gonna say what you're gonna do this week?
Well, I'm gonna try to get eyelashes because the lavish
not glue on kind.
Like there's a lady that like sews them to your eyelash. I'm excited. I've done the lavish lash, but nothing happening. yet. And I went to church, and there was a lady there at church that was like, whoosh, eyelashes. And I was like, those are magnificent. She's like, there's a lady that does eyelashes. I was like, point me in her direction.
Watch Autumn Keto. Watch Autumn's sister, Amber. Amber does them. And so she was saying the other day that you may not want to do this because you're going to get addicted to it.
Well, if you're going to get addicted to something, addicted to eyelashes.
So long as you're not putting krazy glue near your face. That's what I was worried about.
No, it's
krazy
so
gluing eyelashes to your face.
Well, let me tell you, I'm sick of being jealous of the toddlers and the preschoolers, because if you want to see beautiful eyelashes, it's usually a toddler boy. A toddler boy usually has the longest, fullest eyelashes in the business.
Miriam said you can mail order chickens, which, yeah, I actually found them. I found the ones I want. I can mail order them. They have them. I have to get 8.
So but
I can only have 5.
Can we please have less than that?
And so I'm like, I'll pay for 8. Just give me 5.
Yeah. We don't have to make a big deal
I'm
of it.
trying to convince Rachel, just let me have 8. You know, there's a chance that a couple of them may not survive.
Oh, don't even say that.
Devin said, how would you describe the texture of your birthday cake bar? I don't know how to describe the texture of that.
It's not like a Quest bar.
No.
It's softer.
It's very soft. It's a little oily. I like it. It's not a Quest bar texture, but it's not like a melt. It's sort of melt in your mouth. It's got a little bit of a gritty texture, but not too much.
Yeah, a little bit of a grit.
It sticks to my teeth.
Yeah.
I like that.
But in a good way.
I have a question since we're talking about Dr. Poole. We were talking about this. Every time we watch that episode, he delivers a calf that's dead. So for those of you who live on a farm or near a farm, I'm seriously curious, like, how often do cows give birth to dead calves? Like, because I'm watching this, it's like 1 out of 2 don't make it.
Right.
And I'm like seriously curious about it. I mean, it's not I'm not trying to be funny. I'm amazed by that, because I'm like, he doesn't look like a very good vet if none of these calves are ever alive when he delivers them.
And it seems like it's really dangerous when there's twins.
Yeah. Julia said, order the 8. It's like kids. What's 2 more?
Oh, man. We'd have a dozen.
That's how I feel, but I'm dealing with Rachel.
Well, it's code enforcement.
Yeah, who cares? We built a shed without code enforcement. Hey, Keto Mom said, try Mio Sport, no carbs. I'm not a big fan of Mio because they use some chemicals that I don't like.
A little wonky.
Debbie said, all those things. Hey, Keto Mom said, what about another? It's about to take another magnesium. Tanisha said, last meal was chicken wings with loaded cauli mash and a snickerdoodle keto chow with browned Kerrygold butter.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, I've never even thought about browning butter before putting it in keto chow.
Oh my gracious.
Heather just said, I was thinking about trying brown butter in keto chow. I have never thought about that. Colleen said, I'm going to start the yogurt tomorrow, then it'll be done by Wednesday.
Hello, lovely Colleen.
I know we're behind. Why is my mail just opened up? Oh, I got an email. I got an email from Justin at Perfect Keto. Speaking of like having food ready for a fast.
Yes.
Highly suggest when you break your fast, do not break your fast with a meal. If you're going to fast for 24 hours or longer, break your fast with a bone broth. Like get some Kettle and Fire bone broth or any bone broth that you have. We just happen to love Kettle and Fire. But get some bone broth, add maybe a little bit of coconut oil or some butter. I like the coconut oil for the MCTs because it'll kind of get you going. Mm-hmm. Bunch of salt, get the electrolytes back up.
Cayenne pepper if you can take it.
And we add a little bit of cayenne pepper because that's going to boost your metabolism, help things going. But if you eat a big meal right when you break your fast,
you're going to regret that.
Number one, you're going to absorb everything. You're still working on your gut biomes, which have just been reset and everything. The best thing to do is break it with something very light, like a bone broth, like a bulletproof bone broth. Maybe we'll do a recipe on it and put it up before Wednesday.
Let's do that.
Of course, we won't be able to drink it, but we'll
That's
make
okay.
it. So break it with that, and then a half hour to an hour later, then have your meal. So just don't have it right away. Just wait about a half hour, let your system get going, because you're not giving it food for a little while. James said, it's been a long time since I fasted a long period. The last time was for spiritual growth.
Awesome.
Slapstick said, Aaron turned Zip Fizz into gummies. Yes, that one I know.
He's got a recipe on there.
Yep. Miriam said, sounds like a good reason to fast for me. Yeah. Miriam said, were those gummies yummy? Did you use beef gelatin? I haven't made them yet. Colleen said she's made the high-fat, high-fun gummies. Sarah's way is best.
Sarah's way is always best because Sarah's brilliant.
Margaret said, thanks for the link. Got in, finally figured it out. Alan said, I did a 28-day fast about 6 months ago. Not as bad as I thought. This 72 hours should be easy for me. I lost 39 pounds in that 28 days.
Wow, Alan. Oh, my gracious. Kathy says, hello from Washington State. Hello, Kathy.
Slapstick said, I haven't made them. I think I'm going to though, because my wife loves gummies. I don't think he used beef gelatin. My wife misses gummies, and the Kiss My Keto gummies don't work for her.
They didn't work for us either, really.
First, just, like, if you buy, like, the Knox gelatin, that's beef gelatin. Mm-hmm. People, they just leave off beef.
Right, because it doesn't sound so appetizing.
Most of the gelatins are from beef. And then they're gonna be like almost like a very thick kind of Jello. They don't come out to be gummy like the traditional gummy bears.
What you're used to.
There's really no way to make those traditional gummy bears truly keto because they're using corn syrup.
Yes.
And so the ones that are sort of keto friendly, like the Kiss My Keto ones.
Kiss My Keto.
And what's the other one? Smart Sweets. They're using fibers, and they're using fibers that I'm not a huge fan of. They're playing the fiber game. So if you're going to have the Kiss My Keto ones, that's fine. If you're going to have the Smart Sweets, that's fine. Don't subtract the fiber because they're using like liquid tapioca fibers and stuff.
But whether
fiber.
But whether you have them or not, do yourself a favor and watch Autumn Keto video where she does the blood testing on.
It's just funny. They've redone their recipe since then. I don't think it's any better, but her reaction was hysterical.
Hysterical.
Heather said, "Is Fairlife in the red bottle? That's the one Joe used, saying it's ultra filtered." Yes. Chris said, I saw you talking to that person in the Dr. Berry Facebook group. There have been a few in the Dr. Berry Facebook group lately.
She says, what time did the fast start? I just finished dinner. Perfect timing. We just started at 7 o'clock, but you can start whenever.
Miriam said, tell me if you tried. I want to do it with my kids to gobble those up. It'd be a great idea to do gummies with Zip Fizz.
I feel like there'd be a good taste, a good flavor to it.
I need to make them. I tried to do gummies once. We actually did a good recipe. The problem is it's a pain in the neck.
They're this tiny. You're pulling them out of silicone molds that are like really, really
Aaron
tiny.
Actually ended up doing right. He's going, I'm not doing the gummies anymore. He puts them into like little fat bomb molds like we use for our keto bricks. And it's like, you know what? That's how it's going to go now.
They're going to be this big.
Jennifer said, starting my fast now and hoping to go 72 hours. I do take medication for my autoimmune, so I may have to have broth. I loved your suggestion of Redmond seasoning with hot water.
Hey, that's...
Do not sacrifice your health. That's first of all. If you have to have some food with medication, make sure you do that. Heather said the gummies are yummy. Slapstick again, I may use beef gelatin when I do those because I already have that to make my cookies.
Oh yeah, and
beef gelatin makes great cookies.
Where Black Butterfly is, it's 6:45.
Oh,
perfect timing.
Chris said, and now Rachel eats keto chow ice cream in the bathtub.
I see. One Bad Marine said, "Am I late? You are right on time."
Minnie's girl said, Mom's been making the yogurt and the butter ice cream all month. She's obsessed. We sent you pics. She's 98 in keto and loves you even more for finally giving her a version that she can eat.
Oh my goodness. Thank you.
Miriam wants to know if she can go shoe shopping instead of eating.
Yes, you can. That is fasting approved.
Carrie said, this is a cool doing a 72-hour fast with all of you. Awesome support group. I have a ton of tea ready to go. Miriam said, we talked about that last night at our meetup. Change your routine to do something else during meal times.
It really, really helps. I've already got my yarn.
Jennifer wants to know if you're going to do daily posts for encouragement on your Facebook group. Yes, we
will
are.
Be.
We're going to do that. And then Rachel's got her Fearless Fridays that goes on our Patreon group, but she's going to do posts throughout this fast. We're gonna vlog the entire fast and then release one video later on in the week of us doing the 3-day fast, like vlogging through the whole thing. And then we're going to try to just sporadically pop on for quick, like 5-10 minute lives on either Facebook or YouTube, wherever we have our phone connected to at the time.
Yeah.
Debbie said, brush your teeth or drink a cup of hot tea.
Yeah. Brushing my teeth is a reset.
Chris said, don't know about Joe, but we're going to be talking about the fast for the next 3 days on our live stream.
Awesome.
Yes. So make sure you tune in to Chris and Miriam. They live stream on the Keto Chow Facebook and YouTube every day at, what does it come through for our time? Is it 11 o'clock our time? Is it 11:15? Yeah. 9:15 their time. So it's 11:15 our time. I always miss it because I'm like, I get in the car and it just ended. Miriam said, cup of hot tea and then brush my teeth. And let's see. Melissa said, this is my first fast. I'm glad to do it with everybody.
Awesome. Well, welcome.
Debbie said she has a Redmond, Salt Rock, and Keto Chow fasting drops out and ready to go.
It's going to help.
John said, I find staying busy is the best way to not think about eating. It is when I am not occupied doing something that my mind tries to tell me to eat.
Yeah, it's interesting. So here's another thing that you're going to experience if you've never done a fast before. You will be going great. You may go 24 hours, no problems at all. At hour 26, all of a sudden you're like, if I don't eat, I am going to freak out. I'm going to freak out. I need to eat right now. Yes, ma'am. Give it to me. I don't care. Just let's do it. I quit. Wait 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Go get in the bath. Go take a walk. Tell yourself, in 10 minutes, we'll talk again.
You're going to find the hardest time for a fast, whether it be intermittent fasting, or if you're new to that, or a 24, 36, 48, 72 hour fast. The hardest time is going to be if you are a regular interval eater. So, like, we're not. Like, we eat at a different time every day. We've done that intentionally. Rachel did not like that when I started doing that. But it kind of messes with your system a little bit. And so your body never quite knows when it's supposed to eat. But if you like eat every day, like Anthony, if you eat every day at 9 o'clock, every day at 1 o'clock, every day at 6 o'clock, you're going to find at those times you're hungry. Mm-hmm. You could have eaten at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Doesn't matter.
At 9 o'clock, you're going to be hungry. And that's because of your hormones saying, hey, it's time to eat. If you can push a half hour, you'll notice the hunger's gone. So if you are a regular interval eater, or if you say, for example, you usually eat every day at 2 o'clock, somewhere between 2 and 2:30, you're probably going to get hungry. Give it a half hour. I promise the hunger goes away.
So then you'll find yourself at hour 30 like, wow, I feel incredible. I feel great. I don't even want to eat. So how is it that you are starving at hour 26 but feel fantastic at hour 30? You didn't get less hungry, right? Because more time has passed, but it's just something that happens.
Yeah. John said, the longer I go, the easier it gets, at least for me. Planning on not eating until Thursday morning for this one.
Awesome. Chris
said, we're watching 3 of Miriam's brother's daughters. I forgot what it was like to have little babies and toddlers messing up junk all the time.
So you're going to be totally distracted, and it won't even...
It's time for another set of twins. That's what I say. It's just time for another set of twins.
You make such beautiful babies. We need more of them.
Rhonda said, ending my eating window with yogurt, and my fast begins at 9 minutes at 7 o'clock.
Awesome. So were you like me up until that moment... That's 7 o'clock. Like right before I sat down on here, I'm like, my last bite is going in my mouth.
Kathy said, I'm a Jersey girl. Best tomatoes would see truckloads heading to Campbell's soup.
Wow, that's fascinating.
Slap-a-Six said, we grow tomatoes on accident here. Definitely not difficult. Let's see. Sheila said, almost 4 hours into the fast, my last meal was a double cheeseburger with no bun and lettuce, tomato, and mayo, along with a cup of broccoli and cheese soup.
Wow, that sounds good. I like how Chris says, why am I the expert on time zones all of a sudden?
Because you're an engineer who has just a bunch of useless knowledge in the back of your brain.
We use all of it. We use all of his knowledge.
Yeah, we use his knowledge. Meanwhile, Rachel could repeat any song she's ever heard since the day she was born, even if she's only heard it one time.
Yeah, but that's a useless trick.
He's
got all this good information.
She can also see an actor who acted in one film 35 years ago in makeup and still know exactly who it was and what they were in.
Again, not really helpful.
I think it's pretty helpful. You even had a job that it was helpful with.
Yes, because Chris knows everything.
Yeah, Chris, that's perfect because you know it.
Brilliant.
Let's see. Chris said, I just act like I know everything. Usually my bluffs really work.
Well,
Keto Mom said, can we do a virtual meetup for those who can't make it to KetoCon?
I don't see why not.
Let's see what we can do. Depends on our internet access, too. We do vlog from KetoCon, which is always fun.
We need a Broward meetup.
If we have enough people in the Broward, Palm Beach, if we can get a few people, if someone wants to organize it, we would love to come and do it. I don't know how much time we have to actually organize it. But if somebody wants to help organize that, we can definitely find some time to show up.
South Florida meetup.
After lacrosse season.
Which ends in what month?
Mid-April. Like, I'm actually missing playoffs to go to Utah.
But that's all right.
Yeah. So, we can definitely, maybe like sometime, maybe even in April, like during the spring break kind of time, we can go. We could do a whole Florida meetup, like meet somewhere like between Orlando and here or something like that.
I like that idea.
Chris said we just changed our flights and our house rental for KetoCon so we can go to the Goody Beats meetup before KetoCon on Wednesday.
Did you see his barbecue picture today?
No.
All the meats.
Jolene said, thank you for doing this. I love family support. I was ready yesterday, so I'm 25 hours in now. We can do that.
Joelle,
look at what time it is.
Well done.
We gotta finish this up.
Yes.
Joe said, I'm retired and I'm always available with forewarning.
Forewarned is forearmed.
Heather said, Keto Chub booth is the best booth.
It is the best.
Slapstick said, Thursday at 3 p.m. is when I have to be at KetoCon for orientation. Hopefully that's not the time of the meetup.
We are not going to do something until we can see Christopher there.
Chris said we're doing a special meetup on Wednesday before Keto Salt Lake with lots of speakers signing books and stuff. Awesome. We still have to book our airline tickets for that.
Sheila says this is going to be our first KetoCon. So excited to go. I can't wait to meet you, Miss Sheila.
Lucy said, I'm trying to decide on flights, dates, time off of work.
And Heath and Shelly's going to be there.
Heather said, Phil and I are planning on being there on Wednesday.
So excited. I miss getting to see you, Miss Heather.
Devin said it sounds rather painful to sew eyelashes on.
Yeah. Well, she's like threads it, so she's attaching it to like your regular eyelash, your regularly scheduled eyelash.
Heath said, on our last road trip, Shelly forbade me to drink Zip Fizz until we got to the hotel that night. She got tired of having to constantly pull over to find a restaurant. Not a problem for us.
Don't even go into your pea cup on a trip. This is a family live stream, and we don't want to talk about your Wawa cup.
Just...
Ooh, Heather's got
Rachel's
eyeliner.
got to wear a diaper. We don't stop.
I do not wear a diaper. Heather's got eyeliner tattooed and my eyebrows. Brilliant. I can't even tell you how many times I have like toyed with the idea of doing that because then it would just be done and perfectly.
Dolls on said, Headbangers Kitchen, curry chicken, last meal before the fast. Wish me luck.
I love Headbangers Kitchen.
Debbie said, if you have sensitive eyes, tell them ahead of time. The adhesive can cause an allergic reaction, so they have an adhesive that is for sensitive eyes.
Yeah, there is no adhesive.
These are actually like tied on.
She sews each individual lash to your lash.
Miriam said the chickens survive better together. That's why they want 8. Keto Mom said, talk to Steven if we can split the number. Yeah, good luck with that one.
I just want to see his face during that conversation.
We can just, I told you, let's just get 8 and show up with 4 at your mom's house.
One Bad Marine says, follow up on my son's tumor is a sarcoma. No spread, will be chemo and radiation. Prognosis is good. Praise God. That is awesome. That is awesome news. We are so tickled about that. Please keep us posted on that. We will continue lifting him up in prayer. Margaret
said, some don't survive, so you should get 8. What's a few more chickens anyway?
Oh my gosh, if we open a box of dead baby chickens.
Oh, that's a good idea. Alan said, just buy the 8 and list the other 3 on Craigslist. Guarantee you're going to find somebody willing to get them.
You know Wednesday came in
Thank
the
you.
house.
You guys are awesome. This is why I come on live, because you get Rachel to let me get what I want.
You know what's going to happen when I hold those babies in my arms. We're going to have 8 forever.
Heather said Phil said 1 out of 10 don't make it. Doll said the description says it's a 12-hour fast. Typo. No, it's a 7.
72.
7 looks kind of weird.
It is a wonky 7.
Steve said the wife and I are going to have ribeyes for our last hurrah before starting the fast tonight.
Awesome. That is a good hurrah. Yeah, the 7 is wonky in that. Yeah, I see it. See, it's a
7.
font.
It's just a wonky, yeah.
That font.
Akita mom said I burn my butter all the time. Steven's used to brown butter.
That's awesome.
Slapstick said break a fast with kettle and fire curry soup. That's what I got. I don't know.
That will work.
You could do that. That will definitely work.
That'll work.
I'm going to do it with just the plain bone broth and then add some stuff in, but you can use that.
Because that's definitely going to be lighter than what you would probably traditionally break it with.
So Carmen said most cows don't need a vet to deliver. The farmers usually deal with most smaller problems. The vet usually gets called when it's about saving mom.
Okay, well that's good to know. Because so that's why he's got such a high death ratio, because we're not seeing all of the farmer births.
Let's see. Rhonda said, Chris and Miriam, can I see your name on the Life app under 2krazyketos? Can you see mine? John said I usually break my fast with bacon and eggs.
All right. Oh, 1 down, 71 more to go. I love it. See, we're already moving forward.
Slapstick said my wife tried the Smart Sweets ones. Her blood glucose spiked like crazy, and the new recipe from them, 98 to 140 in 30 minutes.
Wow.
Because they're playing the fiber game.
So this is an important thing to kind of think about when we're talking about like what you're eating and what you're deciding to like budget for your carbs and stuff. And I know we sound like the bad guys saying err on the side of total carbs, but look what happens when we don't, because they're trying to play us.
There's very few fibers that I completely trust. One of them is acacia gum. That one I completely trust. I don't have an issue with chicory root fiber. It doesn't affect me so long as it's not the first ingredient. When the first ingredient is chicory root fiber followed up by there's no sweeteners in there, I kind of raise a red flag. When it's towards the end, you should be good, because chicory root fiber should help actually lower your blood glucose, so long as it's not the main ingredient.
Because I'm wondering if they're doing that to kind of mask stuff.
Well, they do that because they use it as a sweetener because it's a syrup. So they're kind of using it like IMO fiber. So they're basically trying to replicate, corn syrup is what they're trying to replicate, or molasses, that kind of stuff. Joe said they now have allulose syrup that only has no fiber. It's just arrived today, so I won't be able to try it with anything until later in the week. That'll be interesting. Rhonda boxed up all her snacks. Grandkids thought it was hilarious. Snack in the bottom bucket of a 3-stack, so I have to go through to get a lot to get to my snacks.
Hey, I totally get that. We have to, I have to have them in a Joe cabinet.
Joe said allulose is wonderful. You can replace it with xylitol anytime, especially in ice creams. No rock hard stuff.
Hey, Keith.
If your ice cream does get a little rock hard when you're using allulose, you can just put in a little bit of vegetable glycerin. You can get it online.
Elijah says, hi, Aunt Rachel. Hi, Uncle Joe. Hi, Elijah.
Hey, guys. Keith said, just watch your fire-breathing dragon video.
Streamlabs app.
The Streamlabs app for Android and iOS can connect to Restream, and you can add the comments widget so you can simulcast and see the comments. Oh, I'll have to look at that. Miriam said, I just told my kids they could eat the things, and I know they will eat up the keto snacks that I've been hoarding.
A lot of times, if there's something that I'm not sure I can't resist, I go ahead and pack that in Caleb's lunch or Anthony's lunch.
50% of our keto snacks we get in like keto boxes and stuff like that go to Caleb and Anthony.
Because I would rather them eat that anyway, because it's going to be less sugar, less preservatives than they're used to eating. So I would rather them make that switch.
Gigi Girl said, this is my first fast. Joe and Rachel, please hold my hand.
I got you, girl.
Keith said, great advice, guys. I can testify that you were right about fasting.
So Keith, if you haven't checked it out, he's from Keto Time. Spelled
yes.
Ketotyme.
Which we have an email. Did you respond to the one yesterday?
I did not, because I was at church.
Okay.
For 48 hours.
We'll respond to that late tonight. Steph said, I just bought 2 cases of water. JW will have to buy more in town tomorrow.
Any advice for those
Chris
of us?
said, Joe, can you do another fasting drop shot straight down the hatch?
I'll do one too. Before he gets them all.
Love that stuff.
Salty.
Any advice for those of us with kids in the house who toast bread all day long? Wow, I got a lot of that one.
Yes. Tell them to take the toaster out to the patio. Toast that stuff outside.
I mean, she's saying that, but I used to do that. I love bacon, but bacon will wake me up in the morning. And our son used to cook it early in the morning and burn it, which is even worse. And so the deal became you had to cook all the bacon outside if you're going to cook it in the morning. Now we do. We cook it all in the Blackstone, but yeah, consider doing that. Like, I don't like frying in my house either because the house smells like fried food for like days,
forever. So yeah.
In all honesty, though, when it comes down to it's just something that you kind of have to learn to. Hey, I can't have that. That's theirs. I mean, it's hard, but find something you can have, and just like when you get that little bit of thing, say, you know what, I'm going to have this instead.
Yeah, almost like a reward for not eating that. Now, this is funny. It used to be like a total trigger for me was getting anywhere near the bread aisle. Now, has anybody had the experience if when you get around the bread aisle, it actually turns your stomach because there's like a sour smell to the bread aisle now?
Like, I was actually watching a video today with Erin Does the Keto, and she was talking about she went to work. Her supervisor handed out like bags of candy to everybody, and she was like really proud of herself because she's like, no thank you,
that's hard.
And she told one of her coworkers, like, you take this, go put it in the pot. And they're like, are you sure? And she was like, I was really proud of myself for not having that candy. They were like Hershey Kisses. So she's like, so I ended up going down to the cafeteria and they had some sugar-free Hershey's, and she's like, so I reward myself, like, I didn't have the stuff that I'm not supposed to have. I gave myself something else instead. Of course, it turned out that it had maltitol in it, and she's like, I regretted that later. But
you're trying.
It was still, she was like, the point was, she was like, I didn't have what I'm not supposed to have, and I gave myself something that I can have instead.
That is a super
Just be
duper...
near a bathroom when you're having maltitol.
Yes. What I quickly early on started rewarding myself with when I was just trying to get off of my Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts drinks and just like, what do I do to reward myself for adulting is I love cheap earrings. I love cheap jewelry. I like having like a cute shirt. I would go and say like, okay, I can go find something on clearance that is $3 or $4. That's in the same vicinity as my Starbucks drink that I used to have. And I get to have something fun and new, but it's not a food-related thing.
Chris said he uses IMDb to offload information about movies and actors. You don't need IMDb. Just text Rachel. She'll have the answer before you can find it on IMDb.
I got you.
Steve said, I've done a number of fasts up to 7 days, and they come easy for me, but this is be the longest one for his wife. In my opinion, it gets much easier after the first 30 hours. Completely agreed.
It really does. It's the first day may be tough just because you're used to it, but once you just kind of disconnect your brain... I love that book by Joyce Meyer called The Battlefield of the Mind. If you've never read that before, it's a great read because truly there is a battlefield going on up here. Like a lot of, you're fighting yourself, right? I mean, I will, I may feel like I'm fighting against Joe or fighting against the kids or fighting against, what people say, but a lot of it is what's going on up here. And the thoughts, the negative thoughts that I'm speaking to myself.
Joe said, my dad's been growing tomatoes in Florida since moving from New Jersey since 1957. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
It's not super hard. It's just, Joe, you're from Florida. So, when you get that little cold snap, my crops have just gotten ruined. Rachel's grandfather was incredible at it. He used to tie prayer cloths on him. We've got pictures of him we'll put it in one of the keto on the couches.
Yeah.
With the tomato plants were higher than the house.
Yeah. He always tied the first 10% of his tomato crop to his pasture. That was the first thing, the first 10%. And his tomatoes, he used to grow them in white, construction buckets from Home Depot.
5-gallon buckets.
They were over the top of the roof of his house.
Yeah, it was just weird because growing up in New York, they were small and stuff like that. So and the other thing for us is we're not tomato eaters. I really don't need tomatoes. I just want to have the sauce. And I think if we have 1 jar of Rouse over a 3-month period, I think that's a lot for us.
I definitely am more of a white sauce girl. right.
Let's see. Miriam said fasting with your wife is helpful, good for her. Steph said when are you all coming out to come with a t-shirt that says it's so easy, even Rachel can do it. I can do that.
We got to do that.
I can do that. I'm working on the Farm Fresh Buck Nuggets one right now.
Yeah, Farm Fresh Butt Nuggets.
Chris said, my favorite Dimitri Martin joke is, it must be terrible to drown, but maybe a little less terrible if you're really thirsty. That's why I'm always bringing pretzels when I go swimming.
Awesome.
Miriam likes that shirt idea.
Yeah, me too.
Annie Val wants a Broward meetup. Yeah, we will definitely find some time to do a Broward meetup.
Oh, Line Girl says, tomorrow here in Canada will be Family Day, a statutory holiday, and I consider you now part of my family. So happy Family Day to you.
That's awesome.
Happy Family Day to you, and thanks for letting us be part of your family.
Miriam, Steffi said, I would definitely buy one and a coffee mug with that on it, and it must have her picture on it. We have a coffee mug that says so easy Rachel can do it.
We got to get my picture on it?
You want me to put your picture on that mug?
Why not?
I could put your picture. In fact, the So Easy Rachel Can Do It mug can be customized with any name on it.
Yeah.
It's on our website. Keith said, I wish I could be there. Chris said, only one guy riding a unicycle. Let's see. Sheila said, staying at Fairfield Inn and Suites in Austin, Northwest, the Domain area, close to the conference area.
Hungry He says, no trucker bombs, Joe, to your Wawa cup. So disgusting.
Just give me a cap in there. I'll take that.
Joe, please make me a chicken coop for my porch.
We actually were going to make a chicken coop, and I just decided I don't have time. We're going to buy one.
Slavista said, I need to get to my hotel soon. I plan to stay in a hotel right across the road from the center so I don't have to drive back and forth. Brilliant.
Get one of those scooters. This year, we're going to get Rachel on one of those scooters, and then we're going to videotape it.
Shelly, they're staying at the Hyatt so that they can walk. Yeah, I'm so afraid of that scooter, though.
Chris said I may actually catch up. I'm trying. I'm not getting off till you better let me to catch up and stop going off on tangents. We'll be here for till 10 o'clock.
Sorry.
Steph said the Regency Hyatt in our Hyatt house. We stayed at a Hyatt house in October and we loved it. Keto Mom said, are you causing the baby to bust out in giggles? Uncle Joe can't catch up on this comments.
Ooh, Carrie bought 10 chickens last year and we lost 2 to wild animals. The eggs are amazing. I haven't purchased eggs in the last year. That's what
we do have hawks in the area.
I am really looking forward to.
We had 8 hawks circling the house the other day.
Well, and
that's why we're doing a covered chicken coop. They're never coming out because we do have hawks.
We're gonna have a covered run.
That's why I don't even let Grayson go out on the patio. You know, when we go to clean a cage, he has to be on the patio to make sure everything is covered, because even though he's got his wings clipped, I'm afraid even if he tried to accidentally walk outside, he's going to get grabbed by a hawk.
Because the hawks will snatch the iguanas right out of the tree.
See, I knew I loved Phil. So Heather said, Phil is addicted to Le Creuset now. Thanks a lot.
Me and Heather are going to have to start a Living with Le Creuset addicts group.
Stephanie's going to Keto Salt Lake.
Yay!
Steph said, I started doing out net carbs, but now I only do total carbs because mine are so low. Today got 3 net and 4 total because of the tuna deviled eggs.
We do not have to be afraid of total carbs. We can still have delicious stuff. We can still have treats. I'm just going to face my total carbs.
Yeah.
I feel like I have to.
And again, it's not anti-net carb.
No, this is for me.
There are so many companies that are coming out now with keto products that are playing the fiber game. I mean, I'm going to do this.
Oh,
I got this in the mail. They wanted me to review it. They make an awesome granola. It's delicious. A great granola.
It's great.
And I don't have my glasses on, but the ingredients in this are a keto flour, which is enriched wheat, vital wheat gluten, wheat fiber, high protein wheat flour, soy fiber, canola oil, dextrose, emulsifiers, palm kernel oil, palm oil, buttermilk powder. I mean, it's just, they're playing a fight, and then they're saying, oh, it's 2 net carbs per biscuit. It's 16 total carbs, 14 grams of fiber.
And I can't eat that. I just know that it's not the whole story.
We're not even opening this.
And I know that it's going to be me that pays for trying to negotiate that into my diet. And
that's why we say, and you're going to hear us saying it a lot now and on several videos in the last couple of weeks too. If you do net carbs, put a total carb cap on yourself. Fine, do 20 net carbs. don't do more than 40 or 50 total carbs. Put some kind of a cap.
Some kind of limit.
Some kind of a cap. I can turn 200 total carbs into 0 net carbs.
Easily.
And that's not good. Heather said, thankfully they have an outlet store, but it's only 15 minutes away, so it's too close. Yeah, mine is like 40 minutes away.
Lord, it's not 15 minutes away.
It's the only place to go, though.
It's the only reason why I probably still have a house.
Carmen said, fast breaker, homemade bone broth from legs and feed, and after an omelet, and by then, a fresh batch of yogurt. I'm going to make some chicken bone broth. I want to get some chicken legs, some chicken feet, and make bone broth with them. I was watching a thing, and that's going to be your first, like, nose to tail kind of thing. That if you make bone broth with chicken feet, you like to eat bones, the bones of the chicken feet become so soft you can actually eat the whole bone. Just try it.
It's going to look like a foot.
Of course it's going to look like a foot.
Can I paint the toenails?
Kathleen said, let the fasting games begin. Fasting from Salt Lake City, Utah.
Welcome.
Heather said, it's nice that where Phil and got my Michael Moore's bag from. Oh,
nice. Any donations coming in toward Anthony's $1,000 to start keto? Please, Lord, do not send any money to that crazy boy.
He'll do it. Dana said, why do you guys have a pink glow on your faces? I don't know.
Heavenly.
We got a new camera. We're still experimenting with color. It's kind of weird.
70% off.
Plus,
70% off.
Oh, I'm like, what are you talking about? A Keto Mom said, I need chicken skin bacon, breaking my fast with that golden deliciousness.
Yum.
Yeah, we did a review for flock chicken skins.
The flock.
They were really good, but they have maltodextrin in it. In
just
the
get
season ones.
Original flavor.
Margaret said, I just ordered the 2KK stainless blender bottle. It's in white.
Awesome. Like this?
Yeah, they came in early, so they're in. So they are in. They did come in. They came in Friday. Heather said, I wish I could find a place where I could just buy chicken skin.
Debbie says the bakery section smells sickly sweet now.
Go to your local butcher. Like, that's something that we used to do. Go to the local butcher and just ask them ahead of time. Say, hey, do you guys de-skin, like, your chicken thighs when they're selling boneless, skinless, or skinless chicken thighs or chicken breasts? Ask them if they de-skin it. A lot of the butchers will actually save it and just give it to you because they're usually throwing the chicken skins out. So if you ask the local butcher, a lot of times they will give it to you or sell it to you for like 10 cents to 20 cents a pound.
Put it in the air fryer.
Yeah.
It is really good. And then it's a little challenging, but we made like the crab rangoon. Just put a blob of like mixed, because basically it's crab and cream cheese. Put that inside of the skin and fry it. Ooh, it's so good.
Key said, yes, I get sick walking through the bread and breakfast cereal aisle.
So weird. Kathleen, hello. Eating my last meal, ground buffalo and egg with melted cheese, and then having my Zip Fizz last for 72 hours. We can do this. We can do this. What was your... It all depends on your last Zip Fizz flavor.
Grape.
Tell me you didn't go with grape. Did you finish up with fruit punch?
Carmen said, fast breaker, I planned in my homemade chicken bone broth from the legs and the feet with an omelet about an hour later with artichoke, spinach, and cheese.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Key said, I can smell the sugar and the corn syrup bleeding out of the packages.
Yeah, I feel like you can smell the preservatives. Aaron does the keto. Hey, kids. Hello, Aaron. We were just talking about you and what an amazing choice that you made. We were like super, super proud of you.
Yeah, we were talking about the whole idea of like, if you give up something, like walking past something, like bread that you don't want, that you can't have, and like having something else to reward yourself for not having that. And we were talking about you not having the chocolates at work. Debbie said the hardest part of fasting is not having cream or sweetener in my coffee. Miriam said, I just ordered my Rubbermaid for the glass Pyrex dishes from Costco.
Can I also just go on record as saying that I believe that Aaron's proposal from Aaron Does the Keto was a gorgeous, amazing marriage proposal, and I will hurt anybody that says anything otherwise.
Aaron said nothing beats a Jersey tomato because she's from Jersey. Parrothead Renee just adopted a greyhound.
You did? Oh, I love greyhounds.
Shelly said, I told my husband a puppy is the best Valentine's Day gift.
That is the best Valentine's Day gift.
Parents say I have a 2-year-old boy and he's got a 3-year-old girlfriend.
Oh.
Steph said, I'm getting where I don't like any veggies, getting to where broccoli and cauliflower bloats me, and I feel awful after eating even a small amount of them. So we go through, because we don't eat a lot of veggies that much anymore, so we do have some broccoli or cauliflower, which I don't think is bad to have. I do get a little bit of bloat, and that's only because your gut biomes are changing. I still think it's good to add it once in a while, and make sure you do some fermented foods, like yogurt or sauerkraut, kimchi, things like that.
Just make your husband sleep outside.
Debbie said I would buy for sure Rachel's mug on a mug.
Erin says that she misses Wawa. Yes.
Come back to Florida.
Come back and we will get you Wawa anytime. It's delicious coffee.
Stephanie said I need to buy some jalapenos and see how I do with them. Haven't had one in a couple of months.
They are amazing going down. They do not leave me like me when they leave though.
Margaret said, oh yeah, Joe, blame Rachel.
Right?
Heather said we have 3 farm supply stores within 5 miles that sell chickens, but we can't have chickens in town.
Oh man.
Didn't we just see something that in California, everywhere can have chickens in California? That
Inexplicably.
Go down to Miami, you see peacocks and chickens just in the middle of the street.
Of course, we have had a peacock that comes to our front door.
Yeah, we have one in our town. Heather said, I'm giving up Rebel ice cream this month, but I can have my Keto Chow ice cream whenever I want.
I love that.
It's funny, since doing Keto Chow ice cream, we have a freezer full of ice cream. We never touch it. We just make Keto Chow ice cream.
They've been going to the boys.
Chris said the supply stores also carry hot horse stall mats that are perfect for a workout room and like a tenth the price of workout mats.
What's a workout room? What's that?
Steph said, even with my totals being so low, it seems like I still eat a ton. Keith said, Becky, my wife is telling me that I should be able to go to KetoCon in June. If it's not too late to get tickets and hotel space, I will likely be there.
Oh, yeah. It's still on.
Patty said, I have a 75-pound pit bull wanting my attention. She thinks she's a lap dog. No room for her in my laptop.
I don't know if you guys saw our Instagram post from Valentine's Day, but yeah, we had a dinosaur in between us.
She weighs 105 pounds now.
Lap dog.
Chris said, Miriam made us buy like 20 of them for her workout place at her new warehouse.
I am so proud of Miriam. She is doing amazing working out, and I love that.
Are you going to join her?
Well, you know, some of the things like that Keto Conduct had suggested, like simple things for, you know, like you're going to go sit down 10 times. There you go.
That's not what I asked.
You worked out.
I said, are you going to join her in the workout?
Well, what I have decided, not in the same workouts that she's doing, but here's what I did commit to. You're in lacrosse season. Every day that you have games, I have to be doing some moving. I have to go on my bike ride. I have to go for a long walk. I have to get moving.
Good job. Heather said her mom uses chicken feet for bone broth.
Toes.
Steph said, this is why I love keto. I'm basically carnivore now. Shelly also uses chicken feet in her bone broth. I just got to find the chicken feet.
Okay, so everybody pray he doesn't find chicken feet.
We have got to get caught up. I know we're almost there.
All right.
Okay, Miriam said we have a jalapeno popper soup. It is so yummy on their website.
Okay, phew. Kathleen said her last Zip Fizz was iced tea. Thank goodness she's not ending with grape.
Slapstick said my last Zip Fizz favorite and my first after will both be limon. I love limon.
Yeah, it's freakishly delicious.
Doll says, so for the fast, will pink salt and water be okay? I don't have electrolyte drops. Yes, absolutely. Just make sure you're doing a bunch of salt. Steph said I should rotisserie chicken, add cream cheese, softened cheddar cheese, and chop up jalapenos.
That is delicious. And an easy chicken salad.
Hungry, he said, this is the first time hearing about a puppy.
Oh, wait. Does Shelly have the puppy in the other room?
Tiffany said, hey, I'm ready. Got my Redmonds, a kettle and fire for when I'm done. I will be joining for my first 24 hours. I will be here for emotional support and lots of prayer support you guys for 72 hours.
Tiffany, thanks for being here.
Okay, Carmen said, I heard fasting gets rid of gut bacteria. The reason I choose pre- and probiotic foods to break my fast to feed the good.
Feed your gut.
I personally think there is too much made out of killing your gut bacteria Like people talk about sucralose kills gut bacteria. So does hand sanitizer.
I use a lot of that. Okay,
I'm one of those people that hits the ground, lick it up. You need the bacteria, that kind of stuff.
I am not that person. Okay.
And I will say hand sanitizer is best for going to the bathroom in a public restroom.
Okay, so
don't use those sinks. Go to another bathroom. Go to another sink.
Funny toddler room story today. So I don't know if you guys have ever seen the sores you get from the hoof and mouth. Little kids can sometimes get hoof and mouth. Recently, we had a friend, her son got that little hoof and mouth, and I mean, it is red sores all over their mouth, very contagious, super frightful, So this little girl is coming into the toddler room this morning with
I saw that.
Red all over her face, and I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. What are you trying to roll up in this room? Is that hoof and mouth? And she goes, no. She got into the long-lasting 24-hour lipstick, and this stuff really
won't come off.
It will not come off. 24 hours. She's got a face that looks like it's diseased mouth.
Okay, Debbie said, speaking of urine, every time you go to the bathroom, you should do 10 squats. That's a good exercise. Don't think of it seriously. Like when you go in to go to the bathroom,
that is good.
Do 10 squats up and down.
The squatty potty. We could call it that exercise, the squatty potty.
Rhonda said, I'm going to put motivational post-ups all around the house.
The Keto Village.
Hey, Christy Davis is on. Keith said, I'm going to keep chatting so you never get caught up.
Uh-oh.
I'm trying. I'm really trying. We're on for an hour and 40 minutes, but we never like to end the live stream until we're caught up.
No, we gotta catch up.
Shelly said, I wish I've had my eye on some Great Pyrenees, but I don't think my lab would like it. She doesn't want to share.
Ooh.
Keto Village said, hey, Miriam, I don't know how to tag you in the comments.
I go to a public bathroom. I flush with one foot, let the germs get on my shoe, not my hand. Yes. How many of you guys have mastered...
And stay out of the bathroom that has the hand dryer.
Yes. Oh, my
Just
goodness.
learn that one.
Dr. Barry, thank you very much, that the dirtiest part of a public restroom is the blower, the dryer.
Not just the blower, anywhere around it, because it's sucking the air in the bathroom and then blowing it back up on top of you.
Blowing like the fecal matter onto your hands.
Sylvia said chicken heads are also great in your broth. The flavor is awesome.
Did you say chicken heads? I'm sorry. I missed that.
Doll said, please stop talking about food. I just started this fast an hour and 41 minutes ago, and I'm hearing a chicken salad and Rebel ice cream.
This is true. This is true. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about other things. We're getting all the food out of our system.
Okay, Christy Davis said pot squats.
Yes, I literally just bought the industrial size hand sanitizer from Bath & Body to keep at my desk at work. Yes, I basically bathe in hand sanitizer because I usually come home with a great deal of other people's boogers on me. So
Erin said she just bought the industrial size hand sanitizer. Oh, I didn't see it.
I just read it.
I was reading Miriam's comment about having kids. Let me have that one.
This one or this one?
Yes.
The cutest thing ever.
Somebody sent us this thing. This thing is awesome.
It is adorable.
Awesome. Chris said, fish heads, roly-poly fish.
This is from Jerry, who we thought was a man, and I am so sorry.
Miriam said, seeing GG Girls, #1 fan, reminded me that 2krazyketos has a Patreon. Everyone should sign up. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Am I the only person? Aaron said, am I the only person in Keto Land that does not like Zip Fizz? No, there's a lot of people that don't.
I don't like grape, but I don't like grape anything. He tried to give me a grape Waterloo recently. Not a good idea.
We are caught up. We got to get off. It's an hour and 40 minutes.
I can't believe you got caught up.
I'm curious to see who's got the most comments. What's your guess?
I don't know. I think a keto mom maybe this time.
Yeah, I know who it was on Thursday.
Was it Chris?
It was Heather.
Heather!
So we get a report of who makes the most amount of... I shouldn't be telling you guys this. But we get a report of who makes the most amount of comments. And somehow Chris and Miriam were on like very late in the live stream on Thursday, and they were still number 2 and 3.
Thank you guys. You know who has the most comments in this house? Anthony. Anthony has the most comments in this house.
Yeah, Chris said it wasn't me. I got distracted by the fasting circle. Miriam wins.
Oh, so
Keith said, regarding Zip Fizz, what about the synthetic? What about all the synthetic vitamins? I like the electrolytes. I know most of that
pep in our
stuff is absorbed. If you want really good vitamins, get the keto chow stuff. Just get the base powder and mix it with whatever you want.
Yeah.
Especially the vitamin E. I haven't looked enough in the vitamin E.
Mira says we win.
Okay. It's because we love you and we want to talk to you, and everyone else here is so awesome. And Keto Mom said Anthony has a lot to say.
Every single one of you is so awesome.
You guys are
no
all
matter
awesome.
what you're doing to better your health, we're celebrating that. We're super excited about this next 72 hours, but we're excited about the rest of our lives.
Yes.
Right? Every single day is a victory. I'm glad we're here, and I'm glad that you guys are here. Yeah. So we will see you.
We'll check in with you guys during the day
24 hours.
sometime, and definitely tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, right here. And we'll talk about, for everybody who is ending their fast at 24 hours, we'll talk about how you guys did, what we can do to encourage you to keep going. We'll see you guys all tomorrow.
You are loved. We love you.
Bye.